All right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody, how's it going? As you can tell, I
Right.
am not Price. I am filling in for Price, big shoes to fill. And Erickson also, unfortunately, cannot join us today because I think he has COVID, guys. Breaking news here. He says he's got a fever, uh, but I'm just going to assume it's COVID. I'm joined here with Octo, the legendary crypto trader extraordinaire. Hey, Octo, how you doing?
I'm good.
Wonderful, wonderful. What's the weather like over there for you?
Well, it is pretty cold. We are below zero. Everything is frozen, but it's nice and warm inside, and I'm keeping well.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that the heating system is functioning. And yeah, so we're gonna kick it off right now to discuss the FiatLeak Fantasy Trader. Looks like we have a new activity going on that went live today. So if you guys aren't familiar, go to tangle.com/G/FiatLeak to enter your fantasy portfolio, which maybe we can go ahead and go over there to check it out. Let's see. Uh, Actually, I will bring it in from the other screen and then bring it in. But essentially, what you do is you're given an imaginary $1 million to invest into different cryptocurrencies. And on Mondays, which in this case it'll be the 4th, we lock the price of your portfolio. And then on Friday, we'll see how well that portfolio performed in during the week. And then we announce the winners on Friday. And today is Friday, so we have a winner to announce from last week's activity. So let's go ahead and go there. Bear with me here, people.
Yeah, I can see the new post announcing the winners. Oh,
Yeah.
oh no, that's announcing the live stream.
Let's go ahead and bring that in. Here we are. So congratulations to Marcus for winning the FiatLeak Fantasy Day Trader Season 2, Week 2. So congratulations. I'm not flexing, but I did win last week, the previous week.
Yeah, you did.
So it's a nice feeling. So it looks like so far it's me and Marcus that are in the winner's circle here. So let's go down and take a look at this week's. Yeah. So you get a prize of 10 million Millix. So looks like people have already entered. We have Hattie Hats here. He's trying to do something different. He's got 50% basic attention token, 40% of Solana, and then
Really?
10% of Binance Coin. All right. Aerosol has 20% XRP, 30% Chainlink, 20% Bitcoin, and 10% Wrapped Millix. And then that is Sia Coin, if my memory serves me right. And price did nice, easy 60% Wrapped Millix, 40% Bitcoin. What are your thoughts on these choices here, Octo?
Interesting. I'm a little surprised about Hattie Hats going with BAT.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were almost going bankrupt.
Oh,
I
really?
know they're trying to revive things. Yeah, that was in fact one of the reasons why uh, the browser that would pay you in BAT
Mm-hmm.
had a massive
Yeah.
decrease in usage and payoffs. It's because the percentage of payoff that they were advertising, they almost bankrupt the company. They
Get
had to
out of
stop
here.
them. And yeah, I read a couple of articles about it, and it was yeah not looking very good.
Well,
I
that is
myself have been
unfortunate.
using it for a long time, and yeah, not
Yeah,
uh, not very profitable if you're
not
doing it for
profitable.
not at all.
Yeah, I've tried. I've tried using the browser for some time. I also, you know, um, did a little extra stuff to try to, up my
Increase the
gains.
payoffs. Yeah,
Really, it was. I think at best I made three to $5 worth in a
that's it. Yeah,
yeah,
same
a
here. I
pretty
think
long
I
period
made
of
it maybe.
time.
I might have made it to a few dollars as well, and then I didn't like the fact that the wallet had to be connected to. I think it's two exchanges they support. One being Gemini. Not a
Hmm,
big fan, and yeah,
interesting. Yeah, they don't tend to, as far as basic attention token, I don't see a lot of movement at all, like trading activity. They kind of. So yeah, that is very much an interesting. Maybe Aerosol knows something that we don't. You know.
maybe it does. I know he's a holder
Yeah,
um, of specific coins, and it does a little bit of trading, but mainly he's a holder.
yeah. So one
There
thing I
might be
do want to
something in the
mention.
news.
I'm sorry.
I said there might be something in the news that I've missed about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
true,
I guess we'll
true.
see next week if
I guess we'll
something
find
happens.
out. I guess we'll find out.
I think
So
good call on BNB because
yes.
it's always unpredictable and it has been quite low. I know the things going on with Binance, but it was one of my coins I've been keeping an eye on for the last few weeks, trading wise.
Where
So
is it right
yeah,
now? Binance.
excuse me,
Where's the price of Binance right now? Looks like it is up
BNB.
0.53%, $228. Looks like. I'll scroll up here.
It's over its 200 mark, and right now it's doing a beautiful green candle. It's
Mm,
gonna go for 230.
very nice. So one thing I want to mention is we will be doing a wheel spin at the end of the show. So the way you enter is you go on the YouTube chat and you just enter your tangle.com username and you will be entered into the wheel spin. And maybe I'll stick to Price's tradition of using the Fibonacci.
Fibonacci.
Yes,
Yeah.
we shall see. We shall see. So let's go ahead and jump into the news of the day. I skimmed through the news earlier this morning, and the first thing on the list I see here is that Ripple had withdrawn 1 billion XRP from its stash as the community awaits the Ripple case settlement. So there's roughly just under 40 billion left in escrow in XRP. And just food for thought, 1 billion XRP is worth about 610 million US dollars. What are the implications, Octo, for this kind of news?
I really didn't know how to take it. It could be a move to play with the price a little bit, making
Mm-hmm,
it profitable for them
mm-hmm.
if they were to use any of the coins to pay, depending on the outcome. Or it could have
Yeah,
been a move to do with getting ready to shift them somewhere else, shift these coins somewhere else in the case of a positive outcome, uh, because of there could be an increase in trading in certain exchanges. So they might just have been moving liquidity somewhere else.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it could definitely be looked as a positive. If there's more demand for it, clearly they need to add more to circulation, whether it's centralized exchanges or, you know,
Yeah,
banking systems internationally. After all, they are a cross-border payment system. So,
yeah. I didn't really check. I don't know if the amount and level of payments that they make regularly, if that has changed in any way. But I know that for XRP, very kind of below the radar, but they have been working with banks for almost 10 years. That was one of the reasons why I got into XRP about over 10 years ago.
oh wow,
Yeah, well, about 10. It was
that's impressive.
2013, 14.
Right.
And yeah, it's something that uh, I had a list, I've posted a list of banks around the world there are using XRP as a transfer method, or Ripple, I should say. And it's not a small list.
Not at all. They're very established. That's for certain, and they're definitely a household name,
Yeah,
especially for uh, the people who frequent FiatLeak.com. Because if we haven't mentioned this, a vast majority of the traffic comes from people who go to the XRP map on FiatLeak.com,
yeah,
which to this day I'm extremely impressed by the amount of interest that there is in
it's
relation to
true.
all the other currencies that we have listed on FiatLeak. It's they're a big majority.
Yeah, and they're a quiet bunch. They're not allowed crowd as the
Yeah.
Doge Army or any other kind of, but they're there.
It's so interesting to
And
me, like, because you have the technicals, you have all these, aspects of a project, but there's also the emotional value when it comes to these projects. And,
yeah,
XRP, lack of better words, they're definitely a very corporate business established kind of entity, and
yeah,
for like versus like a Dogecoin project, right? But I feel like the fandom behind it is almost one of a meme coin. Not to put any you know not to devalue XRP, but like you said, they're very loud and they're very passionate, and yeah, it's very interesting to me on maybe an anthropological level, but yeah, it's doing well. It's
it's
been doing
true.
well.
I think a lot of XRP holder, they're like almost ashamed of it.
Really.
Because yeah, because it is, there's been a lot of talk back and forth about it being not so decentralized because of whatever reason, including half of the supply being in the hands of the people who made it. But people still believe in it because the banking world is involved, and like any other institution with some credibility, I think there is a little bit of faith behind it that some people are ashamed to admit. Some true crypto lovers, they would say, no. In fact, I can see this as well on all the social medias. People saying they're either really for it or really against it. You know,
Yeah.
there's not too much of a middle ground.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm
so
reading
yeah,
the chat right now, and it looks like Dabs is basically saying if Ripple chose to burn, the price would skyrocket. And I've heard this suggestion before, but at the same time, I'm not sure if that's their intention, right? Is to
no,
make less in circulation, and also another thing about Ripple, on a protocol level, or they've never had any sort of, as far as I could remember, you correct me if I'm wrong, any sort of breach or hack or flawed you know
no,
transactions
not
happen. Yeah.
nothing like that. Everything was pre-mined, and half of it was kept in their possession. That was it, and the
So they
rest
have a
was in
good track record.
circulation. Yeah, it's got that solidity about it. There's never been mention of any, burning order strategies like buybacks that some coins do to kind of level out the price,
Right.
and then regulate a little bit the volatility of a coin.
Right.
Their initial structure of how it works, it seems to me that it hasn't changed since day one.
Yeah. So that in itself, you know, would give comfort to
Gives
someone
a little
who's looking into
confidence.
it. Confidence,
Mm.
precisely. Let's go ahead and jump over to Ethereum. Let me go ahead and bring the map out right here. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So I have a headline here that says Ethereum blockchain produced equivalent of Honduras annual emissions before upgrade. So there was a study done, and when they say upgrade, which upgrade do you think it was? Let's
Well,
see
it's
here.
the upgrade from moving to proof of work to proof of stake, I
Hmm.
suppose. Uh, and that's why I don't quite understand. Being proof of stake, it shouldn't need any more mining, but I
Right.
don't know how much of it it's on proof of stake, and how much of it is still being mined. To be truly honest with you,
So, for a layman, like let's pretend I know less than I already know about cryptocurrency and specifically blockchains. Is there an intention that there's going to come a day when all the ethereums or all the bitcoins will be mined, and then we're only working with what's in circulation, and this question of the mining aspect of it won't be a factor in the equation, where it'll only be the energy consumption from validating transactions?
I think so. Yeah, I think you said it exactly. Now, I think it is all coins with a limited supply. Once that supply has been mined for any proof of work coin that needs mining,
So
once
it
they're all out there, and that would be the only power required to run the nodes and validators would be the one to consider, which it would be a very small fraction of what it would have been to mine the coin.
so in many ways, it's like the early days, which we still are, arguably, is it's almost like it's growing pains. Once we get past this phase of Ethereum's life and Bitcoin's life, and everything is mined already, then there theoretically should be a significant decrease in energy consumption. Is that does that sound realistic?
Yes, for the big coins, yeah, I think so. But at the same time, there's always a lot of new coins that maybe miners, once they've finished mining all the bitcoins in existence, they would shift to mining something else. There's loads of coins that are still being mined for
True.
profit. Therefore, all the power used for it and all the gigantic rigs they already have set up for mining, they would probably just shift to something else to be mined.
That sounds. I see parallels here with kind of like the oil industry. It's like they built so much infrastructure to create this industry, this world economy that is relied on fossil fuels. That once we find renewable energy sources, they'll do whatever they can to maintain their foothold onto the market. So
That's
that is
right.
interesting. There's so much money being invested into mining facilities and these companies.
Exactly. I mean, tech companies are pushing out new miners very regularly. There's so much money going into it, and all these rigs, they're not cheap. When you're talking
Yeah,
miners, they have huge servers with lots of power and a lot of power consumption to run. So yeah,
yeah.
there is a lot of money involved in it,
Oh yeah,
and
billions and billions.
a lot of it depending on the price of the asset being mined. If you consider that on the last bull run, we were almost at £70,000 for Bitcoin, $70,000 for Bitcoin. Now we're still kind of halfway to that top. It would make a big difference for the miners. I think where some big difference might come in, and again, it's the difference that does cost money. It's the renewable energies being used to do the mining instead of the old conventional
Yeah,
coal powered power stations
right.
or nuclear.
Yeah,
And I
it
think
was
there's
very
regulation
interesting.
and laws coming up about that.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure
some
you.
miners already are working with wind and various renewable sources of power.
Right. I'm sure you recall when China banned all the miners to shut down in China, and man, I think there was like this huge backlog of transactions that were waiting to be validated. I think I
That's
was
right. It was
transacting. It took me 2 days, I believe, to settle one transaction.
to move anything.
Um,
Yeah,
because even though maybe the miners in China were profiting, they were gobbling up so much energy from their electrical infrastructure,
the greed.
preventing
Yeah,
them to do other things. So
yeah. And it was such a shock for the world. And that's actually when it happened is when I found out that the majority of the miners, more than 50% of it, they were there. And, overnight they literally shut down. A few illegal ones they carried on, and a lot of them they very quickly shifted to other countries where the law would allow them to run.
yeah, I
But
remember
yeah,
that. Yeah.
it was a bit of a hiccup for the whole network.
Oh, it really
For,
was.
for a little while.
I really wish Erickson was on this call because we're talking about energy consumption and him being the lead cryptographer for Millix.
Yeah,
One of the things, one of the strong suits of Millix is that it is so low energy and it doesn't run on a blockchain. And I would love for him to expound on that. But Erickson, we hope you get better soon. So next time we will
yeah.
pose that question to you. But with that said, let's take a look and see what else we have going on here as far as topics. Uh, go back.
Oh, I did see news. I believe on the last live we were talking about, or maybe last week. Um, there was this news going around about this huge Bitcoin transaction, about 68
Oh
Bitcoin
yeah,
in fees to move
yeah.
that. I have just seen the updates on that. That was actually a transaction paid by a user to a miner, to one of the mining pools,
Hmm.
and the pool decided to give him the money back because it
Oh, get
was
out.
outrageous. So apparently, yeah, it's being reimbursed for for a $31 million transaction fee.
Hmm. That's
So
incredible. Well, good for this person.
good news for,
Uh,
yeah, good news for Bitcoin.
For Bitcoin
It
as
would
well,
have looked a
because
little
that's a
bit
bad look.
exactly, yeah. I
This
mean, if
looks
it was
like Bitcoin
Ethereum,
took it.
people are used to it. But Bitcoin, it's got
Yeah.
to be the good guy.
Yeah, yeah, very true, very true. Speaking of Bitcoin, it looks like we have an article here that says Bitcoin eyes $40,000 as 1 billion in Bitcoin withdrawals suggest bullish mood. And I guess they're alluding to withdrawals from centralized exchanges, right? Would that be the case for causing a bullish
Yeah,
mood?
yeah, the withdrawal, yeah, coming from regular exchanges, so centralized exchanges, and
Do
seeing the
we?
withdrawal it's not necessarily a sign of anything because
Yeah,
you don't know where they're going.
right.
And there has been a lot of shifting in large quantities of crypto in general in the last couple of weeks because some of the major exchanges have been sued by the SEC for various reasons, and that made a lot of that money and cryptocurrency shift over to other exchanges and other wallets to still keep being traded. I haven't really seen a drop in trading volume in general. So business as usual, just
Interesting.
from different places. And yeah, there has been some large transfers. Even the exchanges, uh, they move coins to the exchange in prediction of having extra amount of trades being made,
Yeah,
especially
you
Coinbase,
make a good
which has
point here.
been showing up as a top gainer even in the stock market. I think he had a surge of 30% in trading volumes,
Wow.
which in the case of one of the top exchanges, it's a lot. We're talking billions.
Oh yeah. So this could suggest too that with the SEC going after the likes of Kraken and Binance, that there could be users on those platforms that are essentially just withdrawing their Bitcoin and then depositing it into like another centralized exchange like Coinbase. So it's really a wash.
Yeah,
It's not really, um, you know,
yeah.
right,
I think people are getting used to it. It's been happening a lot. You see the exchanges crashing in various rug pulls from various institutions in the last couple of years, which is when a lot of the traders have entered the market. Since
yes,
2 years ago's lockdown, there's been a pretty big surge of traders in general,
yeah,
and yeah, crypto holders.
yeah. Every bull run,
So
we do have an influx of a freshman class that comes in, and they add to the volatility of the markets. But I
yeah,
think over the years, especially after each halving, whether, as Price mentioned, whether it does make an impact in the overall market, what it tells me as far as the uh, the community at large, the cryptocurrency community at large, is that we are maturing. As the years go by, we're getting a little bit more keen to the way things work, and we're not reacting as we used to. Even what was it, like almost a year ago when we got the FTX news, we saw how the market reacted. But now we have the Binance news. The market isn't reacting as we would have expected 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So there is a maturity happening, which is great,
that's right.
which is
Yeah,
fantastic.
a lot of today's traders, they have been in it for a year or two, and in this last year or two, we managed to see a bull run, a massive, crash on everything. So we have been burned, and we have learned
Oh
to
yes, that's a great way to
to
put
deal
it.
with it. Yeah,
Aerosol here says gold is nearly at an all-time high, which, in my honest opinion, also a good indicator for crypto, but bad for fiat. If memory serves me
that's right.
right, during the pandemic, right when we hit the beginning of that kind of hysteria of COVID, I if memory serves me right, I think gold was trending high, and so is crypto, and everything else was going down. Um, but
Well,
go ahead.
yeah. Now, initially, everything crashed. The stock market and crypto on that, was it March 2020, which is when most of the lockdowns were announced. Everything crashed quite badly,
Yeah.
and then crypto started gaining quite quickly from that, and it started its own sort of bull run in general. The stock market kept going down, and it took a lot longer to recover
Hmm.
from it. But there was a general loss of almost 90% of every asset, including uh, gold, which initially does the opposite. Gold, I
Right.
found, I
It's a
have been
hedge.
trading gold in the past as well. Every time there's a world crisis of some sort, there's a war starting, or there's something really bad going on, that's when gold goes up. And after COVID, there was the war as well made an impact on the price because of the usual fear of any kind of world event drives gold price up, because that's where everybody goes to when there's uncertainty about everything else.
Absolutely, because it's the most tried and true commodity in human history, right? So when in doubt, they go
Buy
for the
gold.
gold. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
But if you are Michael Saylor, you buy Bitcoin, and MicroStrategy doubles down on Bitcoin, acquires $593,300 worth of Bitcoin as top crypto asset trade sideways. Um,
That's right.
Man, this
And
guy does not, you know,
he
he
came
he is
in.
undeterred. Let's just say.
That's right. Yeah, and it's paying off for it. I mean, they are about 100% up on their average buy price, and that's not bad for less than 2 years, because they became one of the largest holders. They kept buying all the way through the bear market of last year
Yeah.
and this year, in with the confidence that it would grow back up. And yeah,
Do
hats
you
off to them.
do you happen to know how their stock is performing?
I do not, but it was in my top 10.
Because I wonder if now if holders are getting smart, and trusting in their decision making when it comes to Bitcoin, and if it's reflective on a positive note on their price. But that's more of a side question here than anything else, right?
Yeah. Well, if this is correct, MicroStrategy, oh, the chart I'm looking at, it is very positive. Yeah, I believe they're over 500 US dollar, their shares, when it was just about 300 around 6 months ago. They just climbed back up from 321, in fact, $300 about, yeah, in October. So
And
less than 2 months ago.
and now they're up to 500. Is that what you said?
So 3 to 525 right now. That
That's
already,
incredible.
it is pretty good.
That is incredible. Wow. Interesting, interesting. So, okay, guys, I'm going to remind everyone to go ahead and go to tangle.com/G/FiatLeak to enter the FiatLeak Fantasy Day Trader. And the winner next week will get 10 million Millix if they have the best performing portfolio. And currently we have 3 entries, but I should refresh and see where we're at. Looks like we have 4 entries. K
Yep.
Billy 156 just entered. So yeah, I'm
All
excited to
right.
see. Excited to see where we go with this. I'm not quite sure what I am going to do, but I heard through the grapevine that even though I didn't win this week, I'm currently the leader as far as overall performance. So I'm going to give you guys a little secret and tip here right now. This is all I do. I go to FiatLeak. I look at the market summary. I look at the worst performing for the day, and I add them to my portfolio. That tends to work. That tends to work. So it's like swing trading 101. Usually you want to go with a cryptocurrency that has some trade volumes, so you're not risking too much, and where it
Yeah.
also has a history. And you go for those guys, and then when you want to set yourselves to something realistic. And I'll just say this right now: I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. You guys take it for what you want, but I'm not providing you financial advice. This is just for the fantasy day trader here.
For the fun of it,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. And what about you,
It's also
Joe? How
much.
do you go by it?
It's what you described is a classic sort of day trader strategy, and it works very well, especially if you are playing with virtual money. There's no emotional
Yeah.
attachment as much as
My
playing with
gosh,
real
I
cash.
know.
Yeah.
It's so funny
Normally,
how things
I would
change.
research the assets and see what's behind it, look at the technology, look at the developers, and see if I believe in it before investing in it. But in this case, it's a tricky one, because it's a 4 days window in which we have to decide if in those specific 4 days the price will go up, and what would be the best pick based on that time frame.
Yeah,
So
right.
it is a fun,
It's very
uh,
fun.
yeah, it's a fun slash gambly kind of challenge,
It's also an
which is
exercise. It's an exercise that could really help the community, to get a little
it really
smart when it
does.
comes to making these kinds of decisions when trading, right?
It really does. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is learning the timing and seeing the patterns of how the week normally works for crypto assets
Mhm.
is important as well.
Yeah.
You could learn to do trading just 1 hour per day once you realize which ones are the hours that you should be trading and which hours you shouldn't.
Maybe we
So yeah,
should offer a future masterclass series with Octo. Trade one
yeah,
hour a
I
day.
think we could get, yeah, we could get a few traders in. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a segment on do a little bit of daily life trading, but I'm trying to get the right person to join me on that. It'd be more
Yeah,
fun if there's two, three
sure.
people in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some entertainment value for both sides. Whoever gets involved. It looks like here, Aerosol says, "Buy when there's blood on the streets." Very wise words.
That's a classic. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a classic. Blood on the streets, keep buying.
yeah.
That's what I did last November, December. Everybody was crying. It's
It's
gonna die.
amazing.
Bitcoin's gonna die. It's gonna go to 10K. I was like, buy
I'm gonna have to
everything you
call my
can.
mom out here. My mom, she always wants to buy Bitcoin when it's doing well, and then she's so quick to sell it. And I beg her, Mom, please don't sell your Bitcoin. And then she starts regretting it again, and it's just like it's never ending. Like, haven't you learned? She's one of the most wisest people I know, and but it's really astonishing to me how the majority of people, well, it's great for people that are smart about it, but you need to buy when it's red. It's a sale. Red means sale. That's my opinion here. And I see Dabs mention that the current price of Coinbase's stock is $130, which is up 52.59%. Oh, no, it's up 67.59% the past month. That is insane.
Yeah,
That is
it's been
insane.
the top performer in the stock market several days in the last few weeks. I do a daily post about lunar crash trends, and they analyze stock market, and it was on the first place a few days in a row. And looking at the chart, it's beautiful.
Yeah, that is impressive. So I have some more topics here that I could bring up, but let me ask you, Octo, what are some of projects that you're interested in that may be on? Oh, I will say this: we just added Axie Infinity to FiatLeak. Um, we're gonna wait
Yeah.
24 hours for the chart to populate, but if we were to go to it right now, it would be like a flat line. And we added Axie Infinity because we had a conversation, Octo, that looks like the gaming industry, the gaming sector of the cryptocurrency industry have been making a lot of moves lately, and there seems to be a lot of development happening. Can you
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I have seen exactly, yeah, the same thing. Uh, I've noticed that the trend it's more prominent in the weekends. So
Hmm.
retail traders, time when people are not working. But GameFi in general, it has been almost dead for months, all the way through the slightly bearish market that we had for the last year, and it's been re-emerging. I've seen Mana, I've seen Sand, I've seen Axie, I've seen Inject, all of them uh, doing very well. Double-digit gains over the last few weekends, which is what I normally notice happens every time there is a talk of a bull run, or every time Bitcoin starts doing well and brings confidence and value to every other project. From NFTs have had a surge in price as well after, you know, again, it was almost dying. I mean, I remember the biggest blunder of last year was this um, Board Yacht Club
Oh God, yeah, board
NFTs
apes.
that, they had a bottom price of, I don't remember how many hundreds of ETH. And they went down on sale. They couldn't get rid of them
Man,
because all confidence was lost.
I
When the market is
uh,
bearish, you know, everyone thinks that's it. Crypto is a scam. Everything's gonna die. I'm gonna lose
right,
everything,
right.
and there you go. That's why only the diamond hands are the ones who are seeing the profits. when it does eventually starts moving again, like it is now. But yeah,
Yeah.
GameFi was quite loudly
Yeah,
coming up
I'm
in the
trying
last
to
few weeks.
load the Decentraland map right now, but it's really taking a while. I would have had it up by now, but yeah. So currently on FiatLeak.com, we support Decentraland, the Sandbox, Engine, and Axie Infinity. Those are the four uh, GameFi related tokens that we have. But if you guys in the chat have any suggestions for any new tokens that you think we should add to Fiat League, please let me know. Let us know, and we will look into it. We're always looking to add some new coins to Fiat League and also some new exchanges. It just makes the site more fun, right? So yeah, let us know.
That's right. Yeah.
So looks like Cancerous Tim, aka Time Fungus, is in the chat. Dabs is in the chat. We have Aerosol. We have Riaz Ali Memon. Let me see. Is
Interesting.
Price still in the chat? Price, if you're still in the chat, would you be able to provide us with a list for the wheel spin? If not, I will have to do this during this live
Manually,
stream,
yeah.
which is
I
not
see
ideal.
Riazali, Aerosol,
Yeah.
Time Fungus, Dubs.
Seattle John. Okay, let's see. Let me so yeah, we could start rounding things up. One more news item that I did want to bring up, which I thought was very interesting, is it looks like Price is gonna get the list for us. Is and I saw this all
Yes.
over today actually. North Korean hackers amassed 3 billion in cryptocurrency heists, which in some ways it's like an oxymoron because I don't know if you've ever seen North Korea uh, a view from space at nighttime. There's like barely any electricity there, but it seems like they're resourceful in other ways, in a criminal way. But $3 billion in cryptocurrency heists, and I glanced through the news a little bit, and I see that there was specifically, let's see here. North Korean hackers have reportedly stolen a total of 3 billion in cryptocurrency since 2017, as revealed in a recent report by Recorded Futures Insect Group. The revelation underscores a prolonged engagement of the regime in the cryptocurrency sector, transitioning from targeting financial institutions through the SWIFT network to a broader strategy during the 2017 cryptocurrency boom. Initially, the focus was South Korea, but the attack eventually expanded globally. So, in 2022 alone, North Korean threat actors faced allegations of proliferating a substantial 1.7 billion in cryptocurrency. But I'm trying to find here, guys, the main attack vector that they went after, and I saw it on another article, not the one that I'm looking at. I wish I found it, but I find that very interesting and very telling. So when you have state-run threat groups going after cryptocurrency, as terrible as it is, it gives you some real hard truth as to cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. It's here to stay, and the likes of the SEC
Yeah.
and all these other institutions, centralized banks, you know, you name it, they're going to have to deal with this because the genie is out of the bottle, the cat's out of the bag. It's here to stay. Especially when you see situations like in Argentina and Venezuela with these inflation rates going beyond comprehension and just uh,
You're right.
giving unneeded suffering to their people. People will turn to cryptocurrency because man can't be trusted. I think that's what it comes down to. We need machines in some capacity, right?
Yeah.
So let's see if we have a
Uh,
list going here.
Price is saying it's blocked in the chat.
Yeah, he's blocking the chat, but I'm talking to him on Slack here, and
Yeah, that's what I see it.
All
Oh, we have a
right.
list.
Yeah, there's a list. We got King 5-5 as well here. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me go ahead and load. You
Are you
guys,
going
we're
to
gonna.
spin the wheel, Danny? Or
I'm gonna.
is it
I'm gonna.
right going to do it?
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna take a little bit of time. So while I do this, and you guys are seeing it here in the chat or in the stream here, if you can go ahead and just. Is there anything else that you would like to add to today's news?
Let me go over to the chat and see if we get something. Gala and Nakamoto. Yeah, Gala and Nakamoto is still part of the GameFi uh, world that we were talking about before. And they are all correlating quite closely. In fact, most coins are correlating to Bitcoin when it's pumping, but you do have the extra pump on some of them. I did see an interesting coin. It's behaving exactly the same way than when Pepe came out. There was an incredible FOMO about Pepe. He made a surge that made millions and millions to a lot of people.
Mm.
And now, every time Elon Musk tweets something, it goes ballistic. And this new coin came out called FKY. You can imagine what it means as well.
I think I
And
figured it out. Yes.
yeah,
And what's the story behind this
I
project?
don't know much about it. I know that a trader friend of mine just, wanting to try and catch the wave up because of the mention by Elon Musk. Is it FKY? So maybe I'm making a mistake. I'm thinking of a techno French band called FKY.
Oh,
It's something close to that, though.
cool.
And yeah, unfortunately, at the same time when this happens, it's very common for scam coins to come up with the same name,
Yeah, I've noticed
just a
that
different
even.
smart contract.
Yeah.
And he threw $1,000 at it to try and see if he could catch the ride on the way
Yeah.
up, and realized in the morning after that
Oh no.
he sent the money, he bought the wrong coin contract, and poof, money was gone.
Yeah, I don't want to call out any exchanges, but there is an exchange that happens to list wrapped Millix, and they have. I thought they had Pepe in their exchange, but I looked at the ticker symbol and it was PEPES, and I'm like, you know,
That's
you know,
right, that's right.
like,
So many fakes. In fact,
yeah,
if you go and normally you do this over Uniswap or any of these
mm,
dexes,
yeah, yeah, those are a dime
which
a
means
dozen.
yeah, which
The
means you
fakes.
use a MetaMask wallet or something like that.
Hmm.
If you never tried before and you go on the explorer of the network you are currently logged in, you will find so many coins on your wallet address that you didn't buy.
Really?
They have just been, oh yeah, yeah. I found over 20 of mine. I regularly check because a lot of them, they are scams. Coins that nobody's heard of. You check your wallet, you see you've got 20 million of something. You think, wow, I'm just going to go and sell it right away. By doing that, you connect to a wallet drainer or some other kind of scam fake dex type thing, which will normally just drain anything on your wallet.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I mean, I think there should be a public
Yeah, you have to
service
be super
announcement video
careful.
that we should make about that. This is news to me.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the coin I was saying, it's GFY,
This is the one that
which
your friend lost money on,
that's right, yeah.
and he thought it was
And
FKY. Is that what you're saying?
no, no, no.
Oh, okay.
The ticker was the same. It was still GFY.
Hmm.
The contract address,
Ah.
it was different,
Mhm.
because before the real one, being a fairly new one, there was already two fake ones, and this coin was born very recently because of one of the latest interview with Elon Musk, going, get the f, go and f yourself, and there the GFY coin was born, including all the fake ones and
Oh, I
including.
see. This is due to the latest news. One of the latest news items
That's
from
right.
the right.
It's like when
Oh,
Starlink was made public, and Elon Musk did the Starlink project,
yeah,
and overnight you had the Starlink crypto coin coming up, and he started doing well, and he had no association whatsoever with the project or Elon Musk or anything else.
mhm.
But it's the same reason that spawned all the various children of Pepe coin when that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
pumping.
exactly. I'll tell you what. There is an investor, or I'll say a trader class of people out there that probably focus on these rug pulls, so to speak, where they short very
Absolutely.
quickly. They know the trend's going to happen. They're going to see the
Yeah,
spike. They're gonna sell right before it peaks, and they rinse and repeat. And I'm sure a lot of them are the culprit of these quote unquote fake projects. Um,
absolutely. Yeah,
I,
they're ready. They're quick. They are
yeah,
prepared to deploy a coin and deploy a lot of buzz on social networks and social
yeah.
media
They have the whole
to just.
infrastructure set up.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be North Korea for all we know. I'm not making any allegations here, but you never know.
No, they are coming from all over the place. There
Yeah,
has been a surge in scams, an incredible rise in almost every country that I'm sort of connected to or I trade with, because a lot of the exchanges I do trade in they are in various countries in the world. They're not all based in America or Europe,
sure,
and yeah, being originally Italian, I always keep an eye on what's going on in Italy as well, and
sure.
the went up about 4x the amount of money being scammed to general regular people. And once it used to be scams about getting your credit card number and things like that. Now it's all about crypto.
Right.
They are eh, calling people, they are contacting people, and I'm talking about it happened to
Emails.
my mom, to my mother-in-law.
Oh,
Their accounts were hacked. They made posts about investing in crypto and send it to all our contacts. And I know more than a handful of people that have been scammed quite a lot of money
yes.
in very, very, very clever ways.
I have a story. I'll share.
And if you
Um,
look at the statistics, we're talking about billions per
oh yeah,
year.
easy, easy. My
It's incredible.
father-in-law was scammed. Thankfully, we were able to save it before it got too bad. Um, very, very, very clever people gave him a call, posing as Coinbase. They had some of his information, so
Oh yeah.
making it seem like it was legitimate. And I was at my father-in-law's house, and my wife asked me to jump on the call to speak to them. So I was speaking to them, and it was an American woman, perfect accent. Everything she said was legitimate. I had to run over to get his ID and do this. Halfway through the process, I realized, oh, this is a scam, isn't it? So I went ahead at the same time, got a hold of Coinbase, let them know what was happening, and they froze his account. But it was a very, very sophisticated,
Convincing story. Yeah.
convincing, sophisticated. They had information They knew exactly what he was holding and the percentages. So I don't know if it was an inside
Yeah.
job, someone who was sour that was able to pull that sort of data, but there was definitely a breach within for these people to have. I mean, unless it's some sort of backdoor public information, I don't know. But it was very convincing for someone like me that works in this business to almost be fooled.
Almost
But
go for it. Yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. So, guys, let's go ahead and round it off here. We have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people for the wheel spin, but it includes me and Octa, which I feel funny about. But I'm going to keep us in there because, at least for me, I'm running the wheel spin. So if I win, the money's just going to go back into my account. But to keep to tradition, I am doing the Fibonacci sequence. I hope I did this right. First place gets 1 million. Second gets 1 million. Third place, 2 million. Fourth place, 3 million. Fifth place, 5. 6, 8, 7, 13. Eighth, 21. Ninth place, 34 million. Someone is going to win big. Everyone is going to win
Wow.
except for one person. Hopefully it's me. What do you got to say about that, Octo?
Yeah, I think this is the biggest, normally, the biggest we've ever done. Normally, I think we stop at the 13 for top price. If you go in 34, I'm glad I'm in the list this time.
Yeah, right? I mean, might as well. Okay, so do we have Seattle John here? We do. All right, I mean, I feel bad
So
that we have 10
GOMC
people. Should
57.
should I add another winning amount so everybody wins? I think that would be fair. Let's do that. All right, 34 plus 21 is 55. Is that right? Yeah, right? 55?
Woohoo.
34, yeah, 55 million. Oh boy. Oh no, that's participants. Let me go up here. Who's going to win all
I
this
think King
money?
555 just showed up as well.
Who did?
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
no,
on the
no.
list
Yeah,
already.
he's
It's
on the
on the
list.
list. I got reassigned.
All right.
Okay, Jonathan.
This might be our biggest wheel spin yet. I may have to take out a loan here. Okay. Wait, I don't even have that Millix. Price, are you listening? Can you send me like 100 million in Millix and I'll pay you back?
Make an injection for today. After
Yeah,
all,
a
you're
quick
the one who didn't
injection
show up.
live. Is Price still with us? I know there's a 30-second lag in the stream here, so let's see if you can do this for us in real time. Let me message him because I would totally love to have everyone win here. Yeah, I think he's sending. All right, cool. So as soon as that Millix comes in, I am going to press continue and make everyone that is on this chat Millix rich. And of course, you don't want to be the first place, second place, or third place. I mean,
You're
you're
still in
still going to
time
win
to add a
something.
user.
There still is time. And I will say, maybe I'll add more money into the pot here.
It's
Let's see.
GOMC 57.
I added him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I think that's it.
So there we go. We got 100 million Millix pending. Hopefully that's enough.
Let's see how fast the network really is. We have seen all the servers the other day on Price's video on his Tangle Tournament 4 entry.
Yes.
For the round 2. Nice place.
George McBride says, thanks for providing all kinds of value. Well, thank you, George, and thank you everyone who joined us on this stream. I was certain it was going to be a dumpster fire on top of a sinking ship being raided by a bunch of mosquitoes.
Being eaten by a kraken.
Yeah, on top of it. But, I think we're okay. I think we're doing okay. So, yeah, as soon as this penny goes into my stable balance, I'm going to press continue. So
you should pick it up from the pending.
You think so? Let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, normally when I make a payment, it takes it out from the pending.
All right. So 143 million Millix. Let's do it. All right. Oh, great. Security code. Well, I guess it's a good thing. Got to be safe. All right. Bear with me, folks. Be patient, to earn all your Millix. Let's see. All right. While we wait here, I'm gonna fire some questions over to you, Octo. You have to pick between two coins that I said. Okay. Pepe or Shiba.
Shiba, I believe it wasn't. I saw news today about burning very suspicious way a
Really?
bunch of like 30 millions of billion coins. I'll have to dig it up. But there was some concern about the way it was being done. So I choose Pepe, whatever it is for.
Yeah, I know
What
Shiba
is it
burns a
for?
lot, like
I
weekly.
really don't like Shiba. It literally just came out when Doge was pumping because, yeah, let's go with
Mm-hmm.
dogs now. And
Mm-hmm. I
yeah,
remember.
not for me.
Yeah. All right. It's gonna be
And Pepe as
exciting.
well. There was a lot of talk about having connection to some racist
Right.
posts and things
That started
about Pepe the Frog.
happening near the last presidential election cycle in the U.S., where
True.
Pepe was originally, I think, like kind of like a 4chan Reddit meme, but then it was kind of inherited by a lot of racist groups.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right,
What
guys,
isn't nowadays?
let's go here. Let me make sure it looks pretty for everyone here so everyone sees it. And here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Let's do this. Ah, look at this. He wanted to be added. Sorry, it's too late, man. Trending vids, which is I forget your name on Tangled, but you are, a valued viewer here because you show up every day and you're active on Tangled. So sorry you couldn't make it on this wheel spin. Let's go ahead. Spin the wheel. Boom.
Yeah, I didn't see him before in the chat.
Just showed up. Peak Humpy
Training
Stream.
vids.
Thank you, Tim. All right, Jonathan Hernandez, you just won 1 million Millix. Congratulations. Sorry you couldn't win more, but you definitely just recently won or earned 50 million for posting a What's New video.
Oh, the
So thank you for
reaction
that.
video, yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, who's going to get
It
second
was.
place?
I've made another one of those last night.
Oh, did you? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Just to see if I
Price.
could do better.
Well, you.
Price wants some
I
money.
gotta watch it. And I'll send you some Millix your way. Price, congratulations. I know you need it after loaning me 100 million. So there you go.
Here's one back.
he has won back his investment. 1%. Seattle John, 2 million Millix. You deserve it, and you deserve a lot more than that, but congratulations. Who's going to get fourth place with 3 million?
All right. Just to clarify, the fantasy day trader, again, the prices will be pinned on Monday and then on Thursday, end of day-ish.
Sure. Yeah, it's. I think they lock it on Friday. Oh, but maybe you're right. It is Thursday. But to get all the details, go to g/FiatLeak on Tangle.com and definitely
I'm gonna get
enter
that done.
your positions. Congratulations, Aerosol. He's a former Tangle tournament winner. Which, by the way, Octo is a judge Tangle Tournament 4.
And so is Aerosol.
So is Aerosol. So if you're participating and you're in round 2, please submit your My Day video. And good luck, I guess. Speaking of good luck,
There has
good luck.
been some very nice ones being submitted yesterday after a shaky first week. 3 users.
I was blown away by Time Fungus. I have to watch all the other ones, but I was blown away by Time Fungus. He did an incredible submission. All right, who's going to win 5 million Millix? Let's find out. GeoMC57, congratulations. You just won 5 million Millix and you showed up late. You still get to take something home. Congratulations. All right, who's going to win 8 million? Let's go.
Oh, you still have a side bet about the price of Bitcoin going on Tangled, haven't you?
Me?
That
Don't
was
I?
from Monday the 4th. Yeah,
What was
I think
it?
Monday the 4th is when we were betting if the price of Bitcoin will be over or under
Oh
38,000
yes,
on Monday
G
the 4th of
slash
December.
bets.
That's right.
When does that do? Is that happening?
That's Monday, isn't it? I mean, today is the 1st, so yeah, next Monday.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be doing that every week, whether it's Bitcoin or Ethereum or what have you. It seems to be like a fun one for everyone. So, yes, everyone on Tangle.com, go to G slash bets. And if you want to bet, there's still time.
Bet a
And
million, and you could at least double your money if not many people pick the same answer.
yeah, it's a
This time I went
50-50
for
option.
over.
Yeah.
I went for over 38 again. Last time I lost with it. This time price action is indicating that I might make it to
Wow, there
win
we
my money
go.
back.
There you go. Yeah. So there's different strategies that you could take. That's for sure. And yeah, so head on over to G Bets. All right, King 555 won 8 million Millix.
8 million.
Congratulations.
Wait.
All right, so we have Riaz Ali, Time Fungus, Octo, and Danny. Okay, this is the big money prizes, guys. So it could be us, Octo. We could be the champions
Yeah.
today. Let's see.
13. Lucky for
13
some.
million. Time Fungus. Congratulations. Well deserved. And you deserve so much more after that video submission. So, congratulations to you. 13 million Millix. Let's go on.
Good. I believe it did get some very good tips as well on that submission, and is in for the chance of sharing a part of 100 million, which is the round 2 payoff.
Riaz Ali, 21 million Millix. Congratulations, my friend. All right. Well done. So, it looks like it's between you and me to take the big pot here. So,
It sounds rigged.
it sounds really rigged, but it's not. So,
It sounds rigged.
should we do a side bet here,
But I'm
Octo?
not complaining. I'm not complaining.
All right, let's just do it. Let's go. Unbelievable. Let me just give myself a pat on the back. You know, I took Millix from one pocket and put it in the other one. All right, so it looks like who's going to win the 55 million prize, guys?
Oof, there's only one person left on the wheel.
Wow. Octo, you're a
Definitely
lucky
sounds
man.
rigged. Well,
Lucky man.
I'm going to go around and give a nice round of tipping to the best posts I see on the hot list right now.
I think that is a very nice thing for you to do. But congratulations either way, Octo. Well deserved.
And to you.
Um, and thank you for helping me keep this ship afloat. And I hope we entertained all of you. It's been a lot of fun. And make sure you put in your portfolio
Put in your
for
bets. Put in your
yep,
bets.
and put in your bets for G Bets on Tangled. And we will continue this conversation, guys, on Tangled.com. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you next Monday. Until then,
Or Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I believe there was talk about moving these to Tuesday and Fridays.
Sounds like
We
a conspiracy is starting to conspire. So
I think it was agreed between all of us that we were going for Tuesday because it was closer to Friday. I was fine either way, but I think we
You know
will
what? I'm recalling
definitely
something of that sort. Well, we'll confirm, guys, on Tangled, and
confirm. It's either
yeah,
Monday or Tuesday.
and thank you
At
guys
least the
again.
time will be the same.
Yeah, thanks again to everyone for joining us on the
Thanks,
stream. We will
everybody.
see you soon, and until then, have a lovely, lovely day and weekend. Cheers,